we'll travel for vegan food.
Chapter 6. Contrast. I woke up early the following morning, excited to finally take time from focused eating to explore a bit of the city's touristy sites. After catching up on email while enjoying a grindcore house bagel slathered with their homemade black olive and herb cream cheese, I strolled along bustling South Street, visited the sparkling Magic Gardens, awed at the eclecticism of Atomic City comics, and perused the narrow aisles of repo records. I made my way to the petite, historically beautiful Elfreth's Alley and waited in line to snap a photo of the Liberty Bell. While leisurely strolling down Walnut Street, soaking up the squint-inducing St. Patrick's Day sun on my way to an early dinner, I passed a homeless woman holding a sign that read, "I'm pregnant, hungry, and alone." I felt a rush of heat and pain come over my body that made me want to drop to my knees in front of her and dig through my backpack in search of every penny I could find. But as I had conditioned myself to do, my mind instead began questioning the truth of the lettering on the piece of cardboard propped in front of her. She doesn't look pregnant, I thought to myself. How did she become homeless to begin with? Maybe she's addicted to drugs or alcohol. If she is pregnant, how will the baby survive? These thoughts quickly pushed out the urgency I had originally felt to help her. I kept walking. When I turned to face the direction of my momentum, I was immediately stopped by a young man with a huge grin. "Hi, my name is Todd. Do you care about the environment?" he queried. Had I not been distracted by the maybe pregnant homeless woman, I would have sooner spotted the mission worker and preemptively crossed the street to avoid the awkward side-glance smile thing that I would have given, followed by a lowered head nod and a "sorry, I've got to get to where I'm going" type of response that I'd forced upon dozens of other solicitors from streets past. Before I knew it, he was sharing details about rainforests and environmental conservation. "I do care," I blurted out to my surprise. "Oh, here we go. Now what have I started? This is going to take forever," I thought to myself. "That's wonderful," said Todd. Yeah, I've been vegan for more than 5 years now," I said. "And since I'm not supporting the meat and dairy industries, which I believe are responsible for so much environmental destruction on the planet, what with the methane gases produced by livestock farts, the millions of acres of land destroyed to house and feed the animals that we kill for food, their food that could, of course, go to feed starving people around the world instead of the animals, I feel like by eating a plant-based diet, I'm contributing to the preventative measures necessary to help save the planet," I said. I think we were both surprised as we stood in silence for a minute before Todd said, "Oh, well, that's cool. Are you interested in donating anyway?" Todd seemed like a nice enough kid, so I filled out the form and handed him some cash. "Sweet. Thanks, Kristen. Here's your receipt," he said. Todd continued, "So, are you not from around here?" I went on to tell Todd about the road trip, how I was driving, writing, and eating my way through the country by way of vegan restaurants, cafes, and food trucks. "Dude, that's really cool. Good on ya," he said. "Well, it was great to meet you, Kristen. Good luck on your travels." And with a graceful about-face, Todd just as quickly stopped his next potential donor. I somehow felt lighter after my conversation with Todd. I don't know if it was because I finally stopped and talked with one of these activists who, up until that point, only ever made me an anxious street jumper. Maybe it was because I finally voiced my opinion on a cause that does really matter to me, and to someone who maybe had a shared interest. I'm not sure. It did, for some reason or another, cause me to turn around. Before swinging my pack back over my shoulder and slipping my left arm through the strap, I dug into the tiny inner pocket flap and pulled out a $5 bill, walked back to the pregnant woman, knelt down, and dropped it into the clear plastic to-go container next to her. Thank you so much, ma'am," she said. For the first time, I made and held eye contact with the pregnant homeless woman. I felt the warmth and anguish come back. "You're welcome," I said.